So today, YouTube, sorry for that long intro, but here's one of my moto vlogs. Now, it's not on a it's not on a snowmobile. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I'm an idiot. It's not on a motorcycle because, well, if you see this, it's not as bad in High River and stuff like that. You probably could go for a ride, and you'd have to wear some pretty thick clothing, you know. But other than that, right now I'm more preoccupied with this beautiful beast. I rented it from a guy from his company. His name is Over the Top Rentals. He specializes in nothing but snowmobiles when it comes down to off-road vehicles and stuff, like terrain vehicles and all that stuff. He has quite a few in stock. This one, I believe he just pretty much opened it, and it was just, there ready to go. And I said, yeah, why not hell? Why the hell not, right? So I was looking into it, the specs and stuff. And, well, this one has a wickedly amount of awesomeness going on it. As you can see, I've packed quite a bit of snow into the tracks, which is good. Just so that way it kicks up in there and keeps the engine cool. Because there's if a lot of people might not know this, so for anybody who does know this, you already know, there's already a cool exchanger here that sits here, what cools off your engine. It's kind of like a rad, except for it's in the back. And what it is it doesn't use air all the time. What it uses is the temperature around it. So using snow, as those paddles go around, they kind of splash it a little bit up into that area, which is the reason for those holes. Those holes are also there for other reasons, because of the drive wheel. Drive wheel is like a gear. It sits like this, or it sits in here like that. Drive pin, blah blah blah. It's got two-sided teeth. But if you want to know a lot more, I would suggest like looking it up, and getting somebody who's a expert who's been doing this for the last 20 years, 15 years, But okay, so on to the review of this beautiful baby. As I said, I am very impressed with this sled. This is an 800 E-Tech, or 800R E-Tech Summit SP Skidoo, or Skidoo RBP. It is 154 track, 2-inch paddles. So it's, it's a little bit lower one, which I believe it retails around 8,000. Like you can add stuff to it and all that. It's all pull start as usual. That whole not having a pull start, that's stupid. That's retarded. I don't know why people would love to have that, but I kind of see it because then you boom and then go. But I like the pull start because the pull start's a lot more. You don't have to worry about a battery. Pretty much the sled runs on its own, off of its power of its engine, right? And it doesn't take much to run the lights and the speedometer. It'd be about 150, 140 horsepower, maybe a little more. I could be wrong. I might put it here or something. But yeah, it's got a lot of horsepower. Great torque. Beautiful suspension. These skis, man, the way they flow is completely different from what they were before. These things are like, from what I remember, skidoos, totally, this was not even close. I didn't even think you could do this, but they've changed the frame, the exoskeleton, and everything else, right? So now it's much lighter, much more nimble. You can control it a lot with your feet, right? Which is freaking awesome. It's great. It helps so much. I'm so used to, you know, really leaning the freaking thing and hitting that, like pushing, like really pushing on the handlebars. But now I have this, this pretty much what the track has now, from what I've seen on videos and stuff, is in the track, it's actually got a tilt in it. So it's, sorry, I thought I heard something. I gotta be careful because the coyotes will be out here, wildcat, and big bears. I've already seen a few tracks from a bear, so he's pretty close. Not in this area, but further down the road. So he'll be close. I might see him. I haven't really seen anything, which is weird. I thought I'd see, like, you know, mountain goats and shit, but they must be either further over or they've gone a lot closer to the warmer area for grazing. Because right now it's not the easiest to get through this stuff. You know, you gotta dig fairly far. They gotta, you know, use their feet. But yeah, back on the sled here. But it has a tilting point. So literally the track has an area in which when you, like for your suspension, for when you are moving around and you're up on a hill and you're climbing, let's say you're at this much, you're climbing, you want to go off sideways, right? It won't go like this, it'll go like this. And it'll actually stay nice and straight. It would stay nice and straight right across that ridge. It would go literally straight all the way around. Now, the question is, how wide's that track? The track, I can't remember the actual width of it, but if you're a sled enthusiast, you'll notice there's a lot more to the track. And there's also a skinnier rear suspension and ski. I can't remember the proper name for it, but in there, right, it's either it's a lot skinnier, a lot more rugged, but allows the sides of the track to bend. So you get this kind of motion. So you can go up, down, and do all that stuff without it slipping. It hasn't slipped on me yet. As far as I know, it has not moved over, done anything bad, you know. It stayed pretty consistent. But it's really cool to have that little extra bit of movement in the track really helps with keeping it on a good path, nice and straight. I can drive through here, I can go where I was there. I'll show you later in this video where I went. I went down there. As you can see, it kind of ripped around here a little bit. Went up the road a little bit, but I went completely past where I was supposed to be. But I can't get to that side. That's the bugger. But yeah, so that really helps. That bendability in the track really helps. Sorry, I got sidetracked. I got all quiet because I hearing stuff. As soon as I hear something, I'm going. If I see it, well, this thing fucking flying that way. Not even kidding. Has a lot of nimbleness to it. I'm just double checking it. Just double checking it, making sure rocks aren't stuck up in there, stuff like that. You know, all that fun stuff that you don't want in there. Adjusting wise, I have no idea if it's a lot better. It's probably the same for adjusting the tension of the track. But yeah, little features this one kind of comes with is you got a rear compartment for, you know, I have no idea how you open that. Anyway, that has a rear compartment in that area. You pretty much everything can open up really quite easily. It's actually very easily. Let's see if I can unlock it. There we go. So yeah, so an extra belt even, which is actually, I didn't even know that was in there. Extra belt, tensioner and everything in here for when you need to go up in here. Get that all nicely tightened down. And that's all your clutch system and everything else. Comes with that extra, I didn't even know that. That's actually pretty cool. Lots of insulation, very easy access for that, I'd find. That's like, instead of having a big ass hood, you got like this right away, boop, 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 done. That's perfect, man. Not even kidding. I should have looked at that better. Yeah, you know, I only got this thing the other day, so I've been kind of tinkering on it. Yeah, like Ski-Doo is very much impressed me. If you guys, if RBP is actually, you know, watching this or something, it'd be really awesome if I could get a chance to go out on a big tour or something like that. If you guys even do that up here, that would be awesome. I'd like to try a 163 track, just to see how much more, how much more playability and all that other stuff. There's a few other sleds there that they make. I'd like to try, like some of the trail sleds. Sorry, my mask is. My shield is fogging up. But yeah, the suspension is awesome. How these skis move is beautiful. And I'm so excited. Just kidding, I'm really quite enjoying this sled. It is very awesome. It's sweet. You get heated grips with this model. Heated grips and even a heated, which is funnier than hell, a heated throttle. A heated throttle lever. Fuck, does that ever come in the house? I didn't realize, but it comes in really, really handy. Like, extremely handy. All your controls are here. So you can turn it off. You can even tell, it tells you on the gauge how high it is, how warm you want it. It also has reverse, which is a sledder's dream. Okay, getting reverse is, that's the way to go. Reverse comes in so handy. I used it all day today, tried it out. It works phenomenally well. This sled, it's freaking awesome, guys. It's got the high beams, you know, telescoping bars, which I would adjust if I actually had this. If this was mine, I'd kind of bring her back a little bit so that way I can do that, you know. But you can see you got so much playability in there. That's like, that's all you need, right? You know, it's awesome. And it's a good thing they put holes in these things, finally. Come on, guys, how long did that take? Finally put actual decent sized holes like a quad. You know, like a race quad or a endurance quad or whatever, you know, like. How long did that take him? Now let me think. 5 years? 15, 40 years or something like that? I don't know. I don't know what you guys were doing, but you weren't thinking, hey, it'd be a good idea to get all this out of here. It really helps. It grips in and everything. I sit like this and just fucking and get my knee up here and pull her. I'd change that. It's too flimsy. Downsides to this thing, you have to find really good powder. You need to always use 91 octane. Because it burns better, runs a little cleaner, and you don't have to worry about it. This is a 4-stroke 800. And it does come with speedometer, so it does give you a fuel gauge, which is freaking great. I would tell everybody, fuel gauge on a motorcycle, awesome. Fuel gauge on a on a snowmobile, awesome. Period. Gauge, fuel gauge, awesome. I could care less about the speedometer and everything else. Give me a fucking fuel gauge. That's all I really care about. But yeah, so everything's in here. So I'll just kind of see. Ski-Doo breaking in 65 kilometers. I've probably put 100 kilometers on this thing now. It does ridiculously good on fuel. Like, I still got like a whole good, I bet you almost 3-4 hours, 7 hours of good riding before I ever have to fill this thing up. There is no watch, unfortunately, but there's really no time for fun. No restriction, I should say. But yeah, you got your revometer. She runs pretty good. Kind of looks like she's running a little rich, but that could just be me. Issues with this one would be you can have a little bit better control on the heated grips and the heated throttle. The bars are kind of weird. This is too flimsy for when you really want to like get in there. It's it allows too much slack. There's just not enough grip. It overheats really quickly, so idling it shouldn't idle it for very long. You should unload it, let it warm up, unload it, and go on from there. So you got a tack, you got a digital tack for your speeds. You do have a temperature gauge and a gauge that tells you if you're too close or whatever. You'll get like whatever 6 or 7 bars. The actual reverse will stall, and then kick into reverse. I guess it's to prevent it from like kicking in too hard, kind of thing. It's like without, like, you know, like if you had this you're capable of having that, and then it'd probably come in a lot better. See? Right? So I start getting moving around 4,000 RPM, which is okay. I mean, all sleds are pretty random when it comes to RPMs. But yeah, I'm very much impressed with this. It's got a great seat. It is fucking soft as fuck. Like you can do Just kidding. I was gonna have a few friends, but they had to go to Christmas parties and other stuff. But yeah, so I've been riding out by myself a little bit. There were some people around, so I've been kind of watching where they are. just in case, you know, you never know. It hasn't been snowing too badly here, but it's been warm and stuff. But you know, you should always be watching out for your fellow sled riders, just to be, you know, to make sure they, you know, don't die, stuff like that. It's just like motorcycles. Trying to open my vents up a little more. I have an icicle on my chin. Yeah, I've taken a few pictures here and there. Probably take a few around this area. Probably go back there. But yeah, so let's take this puppy out for a spin. Show you what she's got. Cause this is like, she has no problem climbing. So I'm gonna see what it is like here, right? Right, like just jump around, have fun, man. Fuck. Every time I fit a bump, man, I've like looked at this shit, and I've been like just looking for like good spots to jump and shit. It's really hard to find them, but she's got fucking the power. She has the power. She has the power. All the power. She is just awesome to go through with. She is just great. I had to travel quite far, which is funny because I've been up and down that road like 8 times and I'm still not even like near a half a tank. And somebody's dead, I think. RCMP put up a sign. Yeah, these she is just awesome. She digs in and goes. It's finding all the good spots. Yeah. So right here I gotta be careful. Quite a bit of rock and stuff. Sorry, I've been kind of looking at stuff. But yeah, it's, you can stand up. You know, and just like let her up, let her open, you know, just let her open up. Open her up and let her get all that powder in there. I'm going bushwhacking, guys. Oh, you guys are dicks. It actually has a beeper on it. See? That's why it's hard to find trails around here. All these fucking loggers. Frickin' Alberta loggers keep putting things where they shouldn't. Like, it's just so much playability. Being very cautious. So I just found all this, and this was like brand new powder, not even touched. So I'd love to get over there. Ooh, there's something there. There's something there. That was weird. Like, it's just fucking nimble as fuck, man. Fucking just digs in, man. Fucking. Gonna go up here and